think you can do it.
Very little.
If you don't, I'm going to hold you accountable.
There's so little power. Just handed out the trophies.
Cook is a lame duck, so you can't blame it on Cook.
He can do whatever he wants. He is. He's a loose cannon, that Cook. Oh, you should see the photos. Oh my gosh. His mom sent us, I swear, like their entire family collection of things.
If it starts with his mom sent us, it's bad, right?
Yeah, it was, she said, like, she mailed it to me, it was this thing. It was every bit of it.
That's true.
Benga is a mix. When does the time start? For the hour, is it after 4?
We start exactly at 4.
Okay.
This is still on.
Remember, make the first four measures sound good and then don't fire before the end.
You know I go up right there.
Are we all ready? This is going to start any second.
I have nothing against it.
So they cleared out the whole...
I got 11, right? And like the things, but I haven't read any of the people tell me.
Please rise for the Central Cabarrus High School class of 2018 and remain standing through the national anthem. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Chris Lauder, Superintendent of Cabarrus County Schools, and on behalf of the Cabarrus County Board of Education and the Cabarrus County Schools Administration, I would like to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony as we celebrate and recognize the class of 2018. Every year around this time, I start thinking about graduation and how important it is. Graduating from a public high school is something the vast majority of Americans experience and something that we all share, and one of the reasons that it's such a special achievement. Because it's so special, I always try to think about what I want to say to all of you graduates and what I want you to take away from this day of your success. As I contemplated that message, it became crystal clear what that message should be. Do not be afraid of failure. Let me explain what I mean. Failure can be awesome. Failure is often underrated, and sometimes losing is one of the best things that can happen to you. If you look at many important people in history, the list is filled with people that failed and lost. Abraham Lincoln went to war a captain and returned a demoted private. He failed at business, suffered a nervous breakdown, and lost at least 5 elections. He was in many ways a failure. He also led our nation through its greatest crisis and made the emancipation of slaves the official policy of the U.S. government. He may not have been able to do these important things if he wouldn't have failed first. Oprah Winfrey desperately wanted to be on television and become a TV anchor. She was demoted from her job as the anchor in Baltimore, and the producer told her she was unfit for television news. He said she got too invested in her stories and demoted her to a much lower daytime show. She failed. That show became a hit, and she used the investment in people and stories to create an empire and to become the undisputed queen of television and worth about $3 billion. Steve Jobs fired from the company that he helped create. Walt Disney fired as an animator and told he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Steven Spielberg rejected 3 times from film school. J.K. Rowling rejected by 12 major publishers, and the list goes on and on. What is important about all of these stories is that these people didn't quit. They failed and learned and kept working towards what they wanted. It is not just work where failure is important, it's in many other aspects of life. Alfred Lord Tennyson says, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." I think what he meant was it was better to put your heart out there and lose than it is to sit on the sidelines and never tell a person how you feel or never know what it means to love or to be loved. So don't be afraid to put yourself on the line and have your heart broken in two. Having your heart broken the first time may make you more mature and more prepared for love the next time. In my own life, even though I didn't know it at first, failure has helped me. I did okay in school and made mostly A's and B's, and then I hit geometry. I found it very difficult and pretty quickly got lost. I remember the first time the teacher passed out the test, and I had no idea how to work any of the problems. I remember looking around the room and seeing everyone else start working. It was like the room was shrinking, and I realized and thought, I'm the biggest failure in the room. I can't do any of this. And to some degree, I never recovered from that day in math. I lost my confidence and struggled with math every other time I took it. Later, when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with my life, I kept being drawn back to teaching and a need to try to explain things and connect with people and hopefully not make them feel like the failure in the room. I became an English teacher, not a math teacher, but I loved teaching, and the entire time I spent as a teacher, and I would tell you that the most important aspect, the most important thing that helped me as an educator was knowing what it was like to be in that geometry classroom. Knowing what it was like to start sweating because I didn't know the answer or understand was the most important skill I had as a teacher, because I could help other students that didn't understand. I'm thankful for the struggle in geometry because I believe struggling in geometry made me a much better teacher. Pat Conroy, author of The Prince of Tides and The Lords of Discipline, wrote a lesser-known book called My Losing Season. It's one of my favorite books. Mr. Conroy was a senior on the basketball team for the Citadel in 1966 and 1967. The team finished 8-17. In other words, they were a losing team. My Losing Season is about all the things he learned about himself and life during that year. He said, "Many of my teammates wish that year never happened. I consider it one of the great years of my life, if not the greatest. If I could change history, if I could change everything that happened that year, if I could bring us a national championship, I wouldn't do it. We live in a world where everyone and everything tells you that you must always win. Win, win, win. Win at all costs. Mr. Conroy offers a different take. He says, winning makes you think that you'll always get the girl, land the job, deposit the $1 million check, win the promotion, and you grow accustomed to a life of answered prayers. Loss is a fiercer, more compromising teacher, cold-hearted but clear-eyed in its understanding that life is more dilemma than game and more trial than free pass. My acquaintance with loss has sustained me during the stormy passages of my life. And though I learned some things from the games we won that year, I learned much, much more from loss. And so to the class of 2018, we say congratulations. As you go out into the world, know that failure is a part of everyone's story. You have nothing to fear. Your experience and your family and your teachers and your community have prepared you to live a great life. Even though there will be difficulties, your ability to fail and keep fighting is what will determine your destiny. My wish for you is very simple. It is that you try your best and you learn how to fail, because failure is how every major success story begins.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to say thank you, friends, family, faculty, administration, and honored guests for being here with us this afternoon to celebrate Class of 2018. Today's the day we move on to our next step after high school. Today we graduate and become Viking alumni, part of the vast networks of individuals who are united by the green and gold of Central Cabarrus High School. Today's the day we thank our family and our friends, all those who've supported us through this day here today. We also thank our teachers and all those who've supported us in our lives and help us stand here. Before we begin, I would like to introduce a few special guests who are here with us. Superintendent of Cabarrus County Schools, Dr. Chris Lauder. Cabarrus County School Board Chair, Mrs. Cindy Furtenbaugh. Cabarrus County School Board Vice Chair, Mrs. Caroline Carpenter. I would also like to welcome the following Cabarrus County School Board members: Mr. David Harrison, Mr. Vince Powell, Mr. Rob Walter, Mr. Barry Shoemaker, and Dr. Robert Kirk. And esteemed cabinet members: Lynn Reimer, Deputy Superintendent of Operations; Dr. Crystal Hill, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction; Kelly Klutz, Chief Financial Officer; Dr. Kelly Probst, Assistant Superintendent of Auxiliary Services; and Glenda Jones, Superintendent of Human Resources. Thank you once again who are all here with us to celebrate and acknowledge all of our accomplishments.
Good afternoon, class of 2018, friends and family. I'd like to tell you about our school crest. The first thing you see is Central Cabarrus High School colors, forest green and gold. Looking at the upper left quarter, the scales of justice are depicted. They represent the democratic form of justice. Moving to the upper right corner, the two gold C's represent the school's athletics program. Going to the lower left corner, there's a scroll with the year 1966, which symbolizes academic achievement and the founding date of Central Cabarrus High School. The last corner is the golden planet Saturn, which represents our space age and our modern planetarium. Looking at what divides the top and bottom halves of the crest, the horizontal division has 3 interlocking open books. The books show 3 school communities: elementary, middle, and high school, joining together for our education. And above it all is our mascot, the Viking, which is known for facing any challenge and conquering all obstacles. Thank you, and go Vikes.
Somewhere far from nowhere, I grew both strong and tall, longing to become, but knowing not the path at all. Was the footprints of the winter melted to fields of spring? One must embrace before I cross the threshold. To life we sing. Oh, stay your soul and leave my heart its song. Oh, stay your heart, the journey may be long. And when we part and sorrow can't be swayed, remember when and let your heart be stayed. Let courage be your, let passion be your sail. Wisdom and truth will guide your deep heart's yearning. Through all travel, oh, stay your soul and leave my heart its song. Oh, stay your heart, the journey may be long. And when we part and sorrow can't be swayed, remember when and let your heart be stayed. I'll be your soul, tempered arms, ups and secret moves on. Amame fideliter, fidele on nota. Stay your soul and leave my heart its arms. Oh, stay your heart, the journey may be long. And when we part and sorrow can't be swayed, remember and let your heart be stayed. Be
Good afternoon and welcome, families, friends, honored guests, and the graduating class of 2018. Graduates, as cliche as it might be, I'm sure we'll all hear at some point today that today is the first day of the rest of our lives. Another chapter in our lives has come to an end. So as we prepare to leave this celebration today, take some time to reflect on the past 4 years we spent walking the halls of Central Cabarrus High School. In the summer of 2014, we walked through the main entrance of CCHS to spend the day participating in freshman orientation. We walked into the gym, checked in, and sat down on the bleachers with our friends from middle school. Then came the awkwardness of being split into groups with people we didn't know and played games to make new friends and kick off our freshman year. This past week, we walked out of CCHS with those same people as students for the last time. On August 25th, 2014, many of us took the time today to take first day of high school pictures, and on August 28th, 2017, we took pictures for our last first day. For 4 years, we've experienced a lot of change and a lot of new things, and in the coming future, we prepare to face many more. No longer will our days be scheduled down to the minute. No longer will we meet for clubs, after-school activities, or stand in the student section to cheer our teams to victory. No longer will we know what each day has in store. Even with these changes in mind, we cannot fear the new life that awaits each and every one of us. And no matter what we might face, we must believe in ourselves in order to succeed. In the words of Winston Churchill, "I have not fear of the future. Let us go forward into its mysteries. Let us tear aside the veils which hide it from our eyes, and let us move onward with confidence and courage." The future may be uncertain, but what we can be certain of is we are ready for it because we've been prepared for it. We give great thanks to our teachers, our coaches, our counselors, our administrators, and our families for preparing us for the uncertain, preparing us for the next stage in life, knowing how to face change, and for keeping us going when maybe all we wanted to do was quit. We pulled through, and we sit here today preparing to graduate. Today is our day. Throw away the stress and drama of high school, push out any fear of the future, and take this day to celebrate the accomplishments of our high school years. Each of us had a unique experience at CCHS, but we learned many of the same lessons. We learned that the bees are dying. We learned that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and that A squared plus B squared is in fact A squared plus B squared is in fact C squared. We learned how to do 30 minutes of homework in 3 days, and 3 days of homework in 30 minutes or less. Most of these things only really applied to school, but a great lesson I'm sure many of us sitting in this room learned was from a band called Journey. To put it simply, don't stop believing. We're going to face a lot of challenges in the future. We're going to face new people, new situations, and things that might knock us down. But through it all, we must believe in ourselves in order to succeed. One more important lesson we learned was we learned to appreciate all the things we had during our high school years. We learned to cherish the time we had to ourselves, to our friends, and our childhood. Over the course of 4 years, we've matured into young adults. Whether we want to acknowledge that or not, we've grown up, and the thought of that can be terrifying. You wouldn't think leaving high school could be scary, but each of us might be scared in some way. After today, we'll all go in different directions. Some will leave for college, some will serve our nation in the military, some will enter the workforce, but wherever you may go, remember this final thing. The best way to be certain of your future is to create it for yourself. Don't stop believing. We have the tools, and now it's time to use them. Congratulations, class of 2018. It is finally over. We've made it, and it's our time now.
Every year it is my privilege and honor to address the graduating class from Central Cabarrus High School, and this year is no exception. This senior class is an exceptional group of young adults who have many accomplishments to be proud of. I would like to take just a moment to recognize some of their achievements. Over half of the seniors sitting before you have earned a scholarship to a 2- or 4-year college next year. The class of 2018 has earned over $6 million in scholarship money. We have many seniors who have accepted appointments to military academies or who are enlisting in one of the military branches in order to serve their country. The senior class is not only dedicated to academics, but to performing their best athletically and artistically. They have led numerous teams in our school to playoff victories, always representing Central with class and sportsmanship. Many of these seniors have competed in and earned superior ratings in chorus and concert band MPA, the Bloomies, and have had their artwork displayed throughout Cabarrus County. Others have traveled throughout the East Coast competing in speech and debate tournaments, Skills USA competitions, cheerleading contests, and countless other events. We have FBLA, masonry, carpentry, agriculture, JROTC, and DECA students representing our school both in the state and nationally. Most importantly, these seniors have dedicated their time and energy giving back to the Central Cabarrus community through service projects and outreach programs. They realize that as important as personal success can be, there is no greater feeling than helping someone else. Seniors, you have achieved many accolades over your last 4 years at Central Cabarrus. And while your determination and hard work have brought you to this moment, I must also recognize a few people who have helped you along the way. I would like to thank each teacher and staff member at Central Cabarrus High School for your hard work and guidance in helping these young men and women achieve this milestone today. It is your dedication to excellence in teaching and learning that have truly made a difference in the lives of each of these seniors sitting before us. It is a privilege to work with each and every one of you. Parents, families, and friends can also share in this day, as it is your guidance, discipline, and love that has produced the fine individuals before us. The support you have given your son or daughter has allowed them the opportunity to successfully meet the challenges they will face in the next stage of their young lives. I thank you for all that you have done in supporting your child's education. This year, Central Cabarrus High School family lost one of its members as we said goodbye to Miss Patty Norris, our freshman academy coordinator and graduation coach. Mrs. Norris was a mother and mentor to students and teachers alike. She always had a positive can-do spirit and never met an obstacle she would not challenge and eventually overcome. Mrs. Norris left an indelible mark on our school, and as I reflect on her life and the lessons she taught, there are 3 that I want to leave with you today. Lesson number 1, show tough love when you have to, but always help those in need. Disciplining anyone is difficult, especially when it is toward those that we are close to, when we often feel guilty at the mere prospect of a difficult conversation. Seniors, you must remember that life is full of teachable moments, and we all need tough love at times. It is important to remember to always be fair and that your goal is to help people even when you challenge them. Approach these moments not with dread, but with the idea that an opportunity exists, one in which you help someone grow into a stronger person. Mrs. Norris would often tell me difficult things that I needed to hear. It was always helpful to remember her heart was huge, and she only told me things in order to help make Central Cabarrus a better place. When your motives are positive, tough love is never hard to deliver. Lesson number 2, set high goals and fight with everything you have to achieve them. Mrs. Norris believed in high expectations and never stopped working to reach every one of them. For years at Central, she taught a class called High School Success. High School Success assisted students who struggled with freshman English. In that class, Mrs. Norris pushed her students harder than many of them had ever been pushed before. She helped them realize their potential, and when it came exam time, they often outperformed many of their peers. Some of you she taught are sitting here today. Years later, when Mrs. Norris shared with me her diagnosis, she assured me that she would be okay. She wanted more than anything to return to work so that she could be around each of you, the very people she loved as dearly as her own family. She embodied what we saw as warrior spirit, never giving up and accepting defeat. Even when she was dealt a setback, she persevered and never let defeat get the better of her. Seniors, you too will face challenges ahead. You will experience success, failure, frustrations, highs and lows. Like Mrs. Norris, it is important that you develop grit and an undeniable will to stretch for your dreams, never allowing anything to erase them. When you slip, use that failure as an opportunity to climb higher. The only time a fall defeats us is when we fail to try and get back up. Lesson number 3, treasure the time with those you love. Seniors, as you enter the next phases of your lives, you will experience increased amounts of pressure to spend time on work, study, and preparing for your future. While it is necessary to spend time striving for your goals, be careful you do not lose sight of what is most important, spending time with the people in your life that you love. Though it might not seem like it today, life is very short. One day you are sitting in your freshman English class thinking of graduation as a fleeting dream many years away, and then in a blink of an eye, you are here, just moments away from receiving your diploma. Always make time for people, and especially for your loved ones, your parents, your siblings, your spouses, and your friends. While school, a career, and earning a strong wage are important, it is the people who make the world a wonderful place. As Mrs. Norris would always say, value the people around you and show them you care. Ideas and creations help our world become a better place, but it's the people who make the world worth living in. Seniors, as you prepare to walk across this stage and receive your diploma, remember the lessons Mrs. Norris has taught us. Always take the time to help others, develop your inner warrior spirit, and treasure every relationship that you have. Congratulations, class of 2018. You have represented Central well. Mrs. Norris, your teachers, and your parents are proud of you.
Junior Marshals, if you'll please take your places. Parents and family members and guests of Central Cabarrus High School graduates, if you will please hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. Erica Adame, magna cum laude. Brian Jamal Adams, magna cum laude. Destry Anthony Adams, summa cum laude. Ian Robert Adams. Russell Edward Gregory Alcon, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Alisea, magna cum laude. Justin M.Z. Allen. Cameron Breon Allison. Alexandria Ann Almond. Logan James Allred, cum laude. Genesis Cheyenne Alvarado Aviles, cum laude. Mia Angelina Hope Alvarez, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Hannah Markea Corrine Ankrum. Gabrielle Maria Andreas, summa cum laude. Michael Francis Austin. Anthony Joseph Avery. Emily Cameron Baker, cum laude. Grayson Dean Baker, summa cum laude. Jarrett Keith Baker. Jordan Lee Baker, cum laude. Jordan Michael Ballard. Ruby Ann Bollinger, cum laude. Jarius Mikkel Devon Cofield Bannerman. Hannah Caitlin Barber, summa cum laude. Matthew Harrison Barnett. Luis Ruben Barraza. Jessica Barrera Cruz. Daniel Barrett. Herver Hildardo Barrios Morales. Daniel Ryan Barros, cum laude. Talis Raymond, Bachelor. Dawson Michael Balcom, cum laude. Jalen Devon Bennett. Jack Thomas Benoit. Holly Marie Benson, magna cum laude. Miranda Jane Benton, magna cum laude. Lindsay Lee Black. Marissa Lanice Blakely. Ryan Taylor Bland, magna cum laude. Isaiah Tion Bobbitt. Rodney Boyd Boone, Jr. Riley Elizabeth Boris, summa cum laude. Blake Alexander Bottoms, summa cum laude. Kaylee Brianne Bowers, magna cum laude. Ryan Mark Boyer. Savannah Eden Bradley, magna cum laude. Madison Alexis Bray, summa cum laude. Austin Coy Brown. Brianna Faith Brown, cum laude. Nathan Owen Buchanan, cum laude. Summer Twyla Buchanan, magna cum laude. Cameron Michael Buck, magna cum laude. Danielle Trudy Burke, cum laude. Sarah Lynn Burnett. Zachary Scott Butcher, cum laude. Olivia Kayla Byfield. Daviana Juanita Shinan Bird. Brian Kalia Mendoza. Alexis Nicole Campbell, summa cum laude. Caleb Alexander Campbell, magna cum laude. Jacob Lindley Campbell. James Alexander Campbell. Yvonne Susan Campuzano Ayola, cum laude. Austin Joel Cannon. Thomas Jason Carmona. Jenna Nicole Carpentier, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Carroll. Gaius Nicholas Carter. Megan Nicole Carter, cum laude. Christina Castro. Austin Cecil. Jacob Louis Chance, magna cum laude. Giovanni Samuel Chavero. Erica Monique Clark. Jonathan Michael Clay. Tiara Shantae Cockrell. Tamerlyn Michelle Danae Bannerman Cofield Mills. David Rand Collins Jr., summa cum laude. Tiana Markia Connolly, cum laude. Elijah David Cook. Jayana Diamante Coelho. Brianna Nicole Curley. Joseph Dalton, cum laude. Jalen Jordan Davis. Antonio Daza. Cody John DJ. Neil VJ Desai, summa cum laude. Anthony Thomas D. Gregorio, II, cum laude. Usochi Dempa, summa cum laude. Harrison Sawyer Dixon, magna cum laude. Amanda Marie Dobert, magna cum laude. Daniel Timothy Doolin. Caitlin Rose Doyle, cum laude. Bailey Nicole Duncan. Sophia Brooke Ely. Olivia Taylor Earnhardt, summa cum laude. Jada Dominique Earwood. James Carson Eves, summa cum laude. Allison Grant Elliott, magna cum laude. Rashawn Lakeith Elliott. Michael Alexander English. Austin Tyler Udi. Martasia Chantanese Ferris. Madison Mackenzie Farron. Dante Michael Ferrioni. Nicholas Fincher. Naisha Dunye Forney. Zuri Malik Forney. Dylan Ray Burr. Sheldon Shamir Gadsden. Reed Richard Garcia. Jennifer Atsidi Garcia Ramos. Victor Daniel Garribo. Ronaldo Garribo Martinez. Morgan Lynn Garrett, summa cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Gasper, cum laude. Tiffany Blair Gentle. Rosabella Geraldo. Tanner Luke Gleaton, cum laude. Ayana Danielle Glenn. Jaden Ray Glover.
Isaac Dwight Goldman. Isai David Gomez. Christopher Warren Tyler Gorby. Wesley Roy Gorski, magna cum laude. Ariana Amorie Grady, magna cum laude. Anaya Monet Graham. Monica Page Graham. Hunter Anthony Grant. Gus Grants Pointer, magna cum laude. Melanie Vintice Griffiths, cum laude. Tracy Lynn Griffiths, summa cum laude. Ricky Malcolm Gums. Hussein Nadeem Gunai, summa cum laude. Cameron Lee Heyman, summa cum laude. Brandon Eugene Hamilton. Maya Faye Harrell. Parks Lee Harris, cum laude. Reginald Omar Harshal Jr. Alexander Benjamin Harwood, summa cum laude. Emma Catherine Hatcher. Ali Marie Yvette Hayes, summa cum laude. Patrick Richard Rodriguez Hayhurst. Seth Thomas Helms. Noah Drake Hendricks. Josiah Graham Hicks, cum laude. Tiberius Jaquel Hightower. Brittany Lynn Hobbs. Bailey Marie Hollett. Faith Rebecca Hollett. Jordan Ann Huff, cum laude. Tiana Alexis James Hunt, cum laude. Robert Martin Hutchins. Chandler John Lee Hutchinson. Maximilian Raymond Husta, magna cum laude. Selena Alatia Hyde. Ubril Marie Esme Jackson. Joseph Thomas Jacob, summa cum laude. Destiny Janice James. Amani Janae Johnson, cum laude. Jared Isaiah Johnson. Meredith Rochelle Johnson, cum laude. Queen Giorgio Celestina Johnson, cum laude. Hannah Gabrielle Jones. Alexander Joseph Kearns, cum laude. Brandon Allen Kennedy, cum laude. Mir Mansour Ali Khan, cum laude. Deasia Kiera King. Heron Jacob Albert Kingaby, magna cum laude. Marissa Faith Clapchar. Samantha Faith Knapp, summa cum laude. Tariq Amin Knott. Alish Konachek, cum laude. Stephen Mark Kuta, Jr., magna cum laude. Christian William Lacey. Shaylee Elaine LaJewett. Ethan Daniel Lampel, summa cum laude. Kelvin De Jesus Lantigua. Dania Jaquisia Laws, cum laude. Catherine Alicia Leggett, summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Leopard, cum laude. Kylie Melinda Lewis, summa cum laude. Brandon Lyra Rangel, cum laude. Charles Alexander Livingston, magna cum laude. Kelsey Katrina Dawson, loci loci, summa cum laude. Dylan Trey Locklear. Marlene Magali Lopez Lopez. Jose Emmanuel Lara Pina. Tristan Kevin Love. Cameron James Lowe. Ellie Manisha Labamba, cum laude. Ashley Taylor Lux. Austin Youngyi Lee. Austin Lee Lyle. McKenna Grace McDougall, magna cum laude. Amani James McGlory, cum laude. Jake Patrick Manco. Alexandria Marquez. Alex Enriquez Martinez. Diane Marie Martinez. Maria Nayeli Martinez Gonzalez. Rachel Lee Massey, cum laude. Bailey Marie Maxwell. Brittany Nicole McCoy. Courtney Morgan McCrary, cum laude. Kaylee Madeline McCrary. Kayla Danielle McCrimmons. Zaria Chardonnay McDonald. Branson James McGee, cum laude. Kinley Addison McGee, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Andrea McGuire, summa cum laude. Cassidy Marie McGuirt, magna cum laude. Haley Alexandria McKenzie, magna cum laude. Justin Grant McInnes, summa cum laude. Simon Andrew Medlin. Jonas Enrique Menendez Medina. Angel Gabrielle Marino Morales. Gabriela Christina Mesquita Allen. Angelisa Nicole Mesa, cum laude. Abigail Lynette Milan, cum laude. Kiani Amir Mitchell. Raven Star Mitchell. Zachary Mohammed Mohammed. Julius Lanzel Monley. Jeremy Ryan Moore, cum laude. Miguel Andreas Morales Arizate. Karina Morales Duran. William Chase Moritz, cum laude. Crystal Elaine Morgan, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Morrison. Mary Caitlin Morrison. Quintera Tamia Mosley. Kelsey Marie Mao, cum laude. Laura Ann Mullis. Thomas Elliott Murphy, summa cum laude. Soraya Nashay Murray, cum laude. Jelena Mackay Myrick, magna cum laude. Madison Brooke Nance. Ashton Blake Nash.
James Alexander Nicholson. Cameron Bailey Nix, summa cum laude. Margaret Catherine Nolan, cum laude. Natalie Eileen Nolas Arcos. Tyler David Nordman. Scott Richard O'Brien, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Carolyn Orski, cum laude. Logan Kathleen O'Sullivan. Alexis May Parker. Tanaya Tiana Zayaja Sheree Parks. Brianna Michelle Patterson. Jolena Shatian Monet Patton. Alexandria Ann Pavone, summa cum laude. Ramon Aaron Perez Jr., magna cum laude. Alan Baroque Perkins Jr. Kara Grace Peralt, summa cum laude. Brianna Elizabeth Peary. Stephen Andrew Plaza. Timothy Andrew Pope. Marina Lynn Price. Alexandra Mackenzie Qualls, magna cum laude. Nina Marie Cavedo, summa cum laude. Julian Ramirez Gomez. Dolphus Earl Ramser III, cum laude. Valerie Rangel Reese, summa cum laude. Sophie Annalise Ratzloff, cum laude. Ananda Nicole Ray. Noah Raymond. Alexandria Delane Reap. Olivia Cheyenne Reynolds Greer. Devanye Hope Trinity Reynoso. Aaliyah Rachel Rich, magna cum laude. Courtney Jalea Elizabeth Rich. Jackson Gage Ricken, summa cum laude. Mariana Rios Rivera. Melissa Ann Rivera, cum laude. Allison Nicole Roach, summa cum laude. Cameron Jacob Robinson. Bianca Talia Rodriguez. Ashley Suhey Rodriguez. Adam Christopher Roller, magna cum laude. Kiasha Jayshana Rome. Johnny Giovanni Romano, cum laude. Jake Tyler Rowden. Bronwyn Lumilla Rowe. Leo Ivan Rowe. Deanna Shireen Rowland, summa cum laude. Tyler Jadakiss Jarquez Rucker. Margaret Sade Rudd. Miranda Janae Rupert. Jacob Dennis Rush. John Christian Lee Russell. Annabelle Evans Ryan, cum laude. Eddie David Sabion Jr. Michael Steve Samora, cum laude. Matthew Anthony Sandifer. Leah Ann Schelling. Paige Cameron Schimpf, summa cum laude. Madison Lee Self. Lynn Bernard Seltzer. Allison Catherine Seaton Harris, summa cum laude. Brianna Elise Sayez, magna cum laude. Carly Elizabeth Shelley. Michael Grant Cheryl, summa cum laude. Timothy Michael Shin Jr. Colby Evan Shropshire, summa cum laude. Raina Star Silva, cum laude. Andrew Francis Sivers. Brittany Porche Sloan. Nicole Lashana Smith. Daniel Matthew Subkowiak, summa cum laude. Kaylee Elizabeth Sosby. Safiatou Soiree, magna cum laude. Kara Ashley Souder. Jared Lee Spears. Samantha Brianne Spates. Madison Nicole Sprouse, summa cum laude. Jaden Nakai St. John. Andrew Scott Starnes. Cooper William Stout, cum laude. Kendra Swastiki Gonzalez, cum laude. Victoria Alice Swain, cum laude. Destiny Renee Sweat. Julia Elizabeth Takla, magna cum laude. Jeremiah Dwayne Taylor. Krista Christopher Daniel Thorson. Angelina Rose Tompkins, cum laude. Princess Chloe Sonkeg Tope. Brennan Elizabeth Tracy. Corey Benjamin Turner, magna cum laude. Megan Grace Turner, cum laude. Justin Joshua Underwood. Alan Valdivia Romero. Salma Mackenzie Van Dyke. Janice Marie Wallace. Sydney Rose Walton, summa cum laude. Sierra Janelle Ward, cum laude. Jamel Tyreek Kamal Ware. Christina Cruz Washington. Leyland Hudson Wass. Joshua Perry Watson, summa cum laude. Walker Joseph Weathers, summa cum laude. Christina Elizabeth Westbrook, summa cum laude. Tyndall Antonio Weston. Lyric Alexis Torso White. Quinn Nadine Wilder, cum laude. Colby Simone Wilkes. Desiree Lachey Williams. Sarah Marie Williams, magna cum laude. Tyrell Jamar Williams. Obadiah Wanye Shomari Williams McBride. India Marie Wilson, cum laude. Jacob Griffin Wilson, summa cum laude. Corinne Naris Wilson. Bradley Andrew Weinbrenner. Ethan Cole Workman, cum laude. Jada Aaliyah Wright. Braxton Chase York. Stephen Yarbo Zargo, cum laude. Maya Elizabeth Zimmer. Turner Lee Jombecki, summa cum laude.
Okay, will the class of 2018 please stand? As the principal of Central Cabarrus High School, and by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina and Cabarrus County Schools, I now pronounce you the class of 2018, graduates of Central Cabarrus High School. Seniors, you may move your tassels.